75. Az Zahir, the Manifest, the Evident. Az Zahir is one of the 99 names of Allah, God, mentioned in Islamic tradition. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Az Zahir in Arabic, Az Zahiru, the one who is evident and conspicuous. He made himself evident without being visible. The very essence and attributes are shown through all his creations. The name Az Zahir can be translated to mean the manifest or the evident. In the context of Allah, Az Zahir signifies that Allah is clearly visible or evident in his existence and attributes, and his signs can be observed in the universe and all creation. It highlights the manifest nature of Allah's power, knowledge, and presence in everything that exists. In Surah Hadid, there is one short ayah which mentions 4 of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala divine names. He is the first and the last, and the outward and the inward, or the topmost and the innermost, and he is ever knowing of everything. Quran 57-3. At first, the pairing of al-Zahir and al-Batin seems contradictory. How can something be both manifest yet hidden? One interpretation is he is outwardly manifested. All that exists serves as clear proof of his manifestation, as well as his knowledge and his power. But he is hidden in plain sight. He appears before everything, and it should be apparent, but they ignore the truth presented right in front of them. Another view of al-Zahir that is also reflected in the translations is that he is transcendent above all, predominating over them. He is high above, a clear witness over everything, and he knows all which is concealed or hidden. He is fully acquainted with his servants and knows their inner dimensions. Imam Ghazali mentions these 2 attributes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is manifest and hidden, referring to the mode of perception. If you need to see it to believe it, you will surely miss him, but if you find the ways in which he manifests himself through the prophets, may peace be upon them. His books, religion, power, knowledge, and all the ways he supplied blessings for you, you will surely find him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is hidden when he is sought by sensory perception or using the resources of imagination, yet manifests when sought by way of inference using the resources of reason. Vision perceives him not, but he perceives all vision, and he is the subtle, the acquainted. Quran 6-103. Musa, is the only person we know to have communicated directly with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In his conversation, he asked if the veil which separates God from us could be lifted so that he may see him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Musa, he cannot be seen, and then demonstrated why by revealing himself to a nearby mountain. Upon doing so, the mountain turned to ashes/dust and was leveled. The whole experience caused Musa, to collapse unconscious. And when Moses arrived at our appointed time and his Lord spoke to him, he said, "My Lord, show me yourself, that I may look at you." Allah said, "You will not see me, but look at the mountain. If it should remain in place, then you will see me." But when his Lord appeared to the mountain, he rendered it level, and Moses fell unconscious. And when he awoke, he said, "Exalted are you. I have repented to you, and I am the first of the believers." Quran 7-143. And it is not for any human being that Allah should speak to him except by revelation or from behind a partition, or that he sends a messenger to reveal, by his permission, what he wills. Indeed, he is most high and wise. Quran 42:51. Al-Ghazali gives an illustrative example of how, if you read a page of a book, would you doubt that the author exists? Or would you recognize the author's existence for the book to exist? We could go one step further and infer from what was written that they were knowledgeable and assume they had the qualities of sight and hearing. Now, if you take a second to ponder the arrangement of the universe, see all its perfectly managed complexity, why do you need to see the organizer to validate his existence? The creation and perfect arrangement of all the atoms and molecules, everything around us, is a clear manifest proof of his existence. It speaks volumes about all of his glorious attributes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had authored all of creation, kun fa yakun, be, and it is. Quran 36:82. This also brings us back to the first pairing we mentioned, Al-Awwal and Al-Akhir, recognizing him as the originator or the source for all creation. It was narrated from Umar that Jibreel alayhi as-salamu said to the Prophet, "What is faith, Iman?" He said, "To believe in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, the last day and the divine decree, both good and bad." Jibreel said to him, "You have spoken the truth." He said, "We were amazed that he asked him and then confirmed his answers as being correct." The Prophet said, "That was Jibreel, who came to teach you your religion." It is also worth mentioning that Surah Al-An'am Ayah 120 notes two Arabic words, Zahir and Batina, but not in the context of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala glorious names. Rather, these words were a message to the believers about what is permissible and forbidden. It gives clear guidance to avoid sinning, whether open, Zahir, or hidden, Batina. Avoid committing sin, whether openly or in secret, for those who commit sin will be repaid for what they do. Quran 6-120. There is also mention of these two names as recorded in a dua of Prophet Muhammad. Suhail reported that Abu Salih used to command us, in these words, "When any one of you intends to go to sleep, he should lie on the bed on his right side and then say, O Allah, the Lord of the heavens and the Lord of the earth and Lord of the magnificent throne, our Lord, and the Lord of everything, the splitter of the grain of corn, and the date stone or fruit kernel, the revealer of Torah and Injil, Bible, and Criterion, the Holy Quran, I seek refuge in thee from the evil of everything thou art Tazitza by the forelock. Thou hast perfect control over it. O Allah, thou art the first, there is naught before thee, and thou art the last, and there is naught after thee, and thou art evident. And there is nothing above thee, and thou art innermost, and there is nothing beyond thee. Remove the burden of debt from us and relieve us from want. Abu Salih used to narrate it from Abu Hurairah, who narrated it from Allah's Apostle. General understanding of the possible interpretations of this name follows. 1. Allah is manifest in His existence. Az Zahir signifies that Allah is manifest in His existence, and His attributes. His existence is evident in the creation of the universe and all that is within it. The signs of His power, knowledge, and wisdom are observable in the natural world, allowing us to witness His presence and magnificence. 2. Allah's signs are evident. This name implies that Allah's signs and revelations are clear and unequivocal. The Quran, as the ultimate divine revelation, contains clear guidance and commands for humanity. The miracles displayed by the prophets throughout history also served as a manifestation of Allah's power and presence. 3. Allah is manifest in His support of His servants. Az Zahir highlights that Allah openly helps and supports His righteous servants. Even in times of difficulty or persecution, Allah's assistance becomes manifest, and His support becomes evident to those who sincerely turn to Him. 4. Recognition of Allah's manifestation. The name Az Zahir prompts believers to recognize and acknowledge Allah's presence in their lives. It encourages a sense of awareness and attentiveness to His signs and to seek a deeper understanding of His divine attributes. Muslims use these names to develop a deeper understanding and reverence for Allah, recognizing His limitless qualities and seeking to align their lives with His teachings and values.